Respectability had settled on him like dust, invisible but impossible to shake off. The donkey was no longer just carrying loads, he was carrying expectations. Chapter 3: The Load That Finally Made Sense. It was the donkey's nature to carry the loads human preferred not to. So this new donkey was trained well to carry loads without his repulsive attitude. Oh, yes, exceptionally well trained. No question, not to resist, just to carry and call it improvement. And this donkey training was a legendary training, apparently simple. Step 1: tie a rope, not a metaphorical rope, a real one, around his neck, tight enough to make philosophy unnecessary. In return, the donkey was to pretend this was normal and then stand tall, chin up, as if dignity weighs nothing and where the rope is just a fashion accessory. A sparkling diamond choker necklace, perhaps bold, rustic, slightly strangling. Or if it still felt too tight, consider it a formal wear, a respectable tie, pulled snug into a shirt collar by an employer who believes oxygen is optional. And if the donkey still doesn't wish to carry the load, then the examination passed. Congratulations, you have graduated. Thereupon, repeat step 1. Add weight, remove choices, because here refusal was not a decision, it was merely a delay. With these days past, loads loaded on his back, grains, logs, firewood, and what not. The donkey, formerly the boy, walked through the village daily, rope around his neck, burden on his back, and thoughts louder than his prey. This is not my load, he thought, under sacks of grain. This is a temporary misunderstanding. Surely someone will apologize, he thought. He tried protesting. He refused to move, leaned back heroically, expecting a medal. He staged protests, silent protests, loud protests, protests involving sudden strategic immobility. But as a conclusion, he discovered an important truth that day. Gravity always sides with the rope. By the noontime, even his thoughts were tired. They stopped forming sentences and began making sounds, until later even the sounds surrendered. Indeed, this could not sustain for long, and he had to finally surrender to God's will and to feed his empty tummy. He resigned from standing and accepted the ground. People laughed, ropes tightened, chaos followed. Eventually, resistance became tiring. Working, it turned out, required less energy than fighting destiny. One afternoon, as the load piled onto his back, balance betrayed him. The front legs lurched forward, and the forelegs shook helplessly, swaying left and right as if searching for agreement. And then he heard it again, that same laughter, those clapping, that whispering. He turned his head slowly. There they were, the same faces, the same smiles, the same careless amusement. But all that came out of his mouth was, "Hee-haw!" They laughed louder, satisfied. Their amusement had certainly taught him a lesson. He watched out his steps, helped the load more confidently on his back, and walked carefully. That amusement, that fun and laughter had become his power. Days passed, and he proved himself to be the strongest donkey from among the others to carry load for people. He had stopped fighting and repelling, and had gained the trust and the tag most reliable from his owners. Soon the story spread, and once again he was the talk of the town. History, it seemed, had excellent comic timing. The boy had returned to public discussion, disguised as a donkey. "Take this donkey," he was praised. "He never stops." He became a solution. "Late load? Take him. Extra load? Take him. Emotional load? Take him." If he had ears that would have tried, one whispered, "I think he enjoys it." But who knew the genuine thoughts of liking or acceptance? The donkey never wanted to carry their load, but he had accepted it and given up arguing. After all, reputation, once earned, is heavier than grain. No doubt the birth as a donkey has transformed him, and he didn't want his karma to carry forward in the next birth. Other donkeys noticed him. One pretended to limp whenever work approached. Another mastered the art of looking confused. A third disappeared exactly at loading time and reappeared at lunch. He alone stood still. The worst strategy of all. Even those who once mocked at him now trusted him. The irony sat heavier than the load. As a boy, he refused to work and was called a donkey. As a donkey, he works and they finally approve. One evening, resting under a tree, his legs aching and tail flickering lazily, a child approached. The child patted his head gently and said, "Don't laugh at him. He works harder than most people." The donkey paused. For the first time, the word donkey didn't sting. The donkey wanted to nod. Instead, his head drooped silently, approved by exhaustion. If he had still been a boy, he might have argued. As a donkey, he listened. Listening, he realized, was also a kind of work. It felt earned. As the sun dripped low, the village quietened. The donkey stood, ready to move again. His tail wagged far too happily, like it had just been promoted to a position nobody had applied for. And somewhere between carrying loads and carrying lessons, he understood. Not every punishment is cruel. Some are corrective. Not every insult is harmless. Some listen. And sometimes to learn the weight of words, life makes you carry them. Slowly, publicly, and on four legs. The rope was always there. Not angry, not cruel, just patient. Like karma with better grip, because karma doesn't always shout. Sometimes it just hands you a rope and says, "Now walk." If you like the story, stay tuned to the channel, The Talking Tales. Thank you.